And Billy and Susie were cousins who lived on different sides of town. Billy went to Backwood Elementary School, and Susie went to Forward Elementary School. Both schools looked about the same and had about the same number of students. The principal of Backwood School was Mr. Will You Stop It. The principal of Forward Elementary School was Ms. Be Still Now. Billy and Susie both loved their school and loved to talk about it, but they did not want to talk about their buses. They both felt comfortable and safe in school and had a good time learning together with the other children. They both felt uncomfortable and sometimes very nervous on the bus. On Billy's bus, all the 5th grade students sat at the back of the bus. They loved the back of the bus. They had privacy and could look out the back window. These students would get angry and bossy when a student in any other grade even came near the back of the bus. Most students looked forward to being in 5th grade so that they would rule the bus and claim the back seats for themselves. On Susie's bus, all the 5th grade students sat in the front of the bus. They loved the front seats. They could hear the bus radio and didn't have to walk far to get off and on. These students would get angry and bossy when students in any other grade even came near the front of the bus. Most students looked forward to being in 5th grade so that they would rule the bus and claim the front seats for themselves. Every year at both schools, Mr. Stop It and Miss Still Now would have to deal with many bus problems. Students would fight over the seats, and some students would bully other students because of seats. Mr. Stop It and Miss Still Now would often wonder what it would be like if the students didn't fight over front or back seats. They thought that if this problem could be solved, Backwood School and Forward School would really have safe and peaceful buses every day. One day in the summer before Billy started 5th grade, his family moved to the other side of town. He would now go to Forward School. He was excited about it because he heard so many wonderful things about it from his cousin. He wondered about the bus. They had never talked about the bus. One day in the summer before Susie started 5th grade, her family moved to the other side of town. She would now go to Backwood School. She was excited about it because she heard so many wonderful things about it from her cousin. She wondered about the bus, though, because they had never talked about the bus. On the first day of school, Billy expected to go to the back of the bus to sit with all the other 5th grade students. When he stepped on the bus, he was shocked to see all the 5th grade students sitting in the front of the bus, and all the kindergarten and 1st grade students sitting in the back of the bus. He slid into a front seat and asked another student, "What's going on here? Why are the 5th grade students sitting in the front seats?" The student laughed out loud and said, "Are you crazy? We've been waiting so long to get a chance to sit in the front. Isn't it great up here? You'd better not let any student who is not in 5th grade come anywhere near these front seats." Billy's head was spinning. He could not understand what was happening. On the first day of school, Susie expected to go to the front of the bus to sit with the other 5th grade students. When she stepped on the bus, she was shocked to see all the 5th grade students sitting in the back of the bus, and all the kindergarten and 1st grade students sitting in the front of the bus. She slid into a back seat and asked another student, "What's going on here? Why are the 5th grade students sitting in the back?" The other student laughed and said, "Are you crazy? We've been waiting so long to get a chance to sit in the back. Isn't it great back here? You'd better not let any student who is not in 5th grade come anywhere near these special back seats." Susie's head was spinning. She could not understand what was happening. For the first few months of school, Billy and Susie would see older students bossing younger students around on the bus. They saw their principals and bus drivers dealing with problem after problem caused by where the students were sitting. They thought to themselves, I love our new school, but the bus is just like the bus from my old school. Billy and Susie's family got together for Thanksgiving. They enjoyed playing and talking together. They shared news from their schools with each other. They both missed some friends, but they both made new friends. They agreed that they both loved their new schools. Suddenly, there was a long silence between them. They looked at each other, and finally, at the same time, they both blurted out, "What about your bus?" They stared at each other again. Billy answered first. I waited 5 years to sit in the back, and now at my new school, all the 5th graders are sitting in the front, and they're happy about it. Susie answered next. I waited 5 years to sit in the front, and now at my new school, all the 5th graders are sitting in the back, and they are happy about it. There was another long pause, and they stared at each other. This time, they both started laughing so hard they could hardly stop. When they finally did, they talked about how to solve this silly seat problem. They decided that they would make a plan so that Mr. Stoppett and Miss Stillnow and all the teachers and drivers and especially all the kids would not have to spend so much time worrying and fighting and arguing over where they sat on the bus. They would make a plan that would make all the buses at each school happy, safe, and peaceful buses. What would you do? What's your plan? Pretend that you are cousins. What would your plan be to solve this problem?